Let's take a critical look into the happenings inside of, well, of course, Kano State APC. Now, it involves the party chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje. APC executives in Ganduje ward of Dawakin Tofa local government area of Kano State had on April 16th purportedly suspended Ganduje over alleged corruption. The decision was, however, quashed by both the State Working Committee of the APC in Kano and the National Working Committee of the party. But then the Kano State High Court, sitting in Kano, northwestern Nigeria, granted an ex-parte order reinstating Abdullahi Ganduje from parading himself, or restricting him from parading himself as a member of the APC. However, in the ex-parte order delivered on Wednesday by the Federal High Court and made available to journalists on Thursday, A.M. Liman, a judge of the Federal High Court in Kano, said the purported suspension should not be implemented until the case is heard and determined.
With all that was going on with the APC party principal, some members of Nigeria's ruling All Progressives Congress have accused the former governor of Kano State and leader of the New Nigeria's People Party, Rabiu Kwankwaso, of being behind the ordeal of the APC national chairman. Now, some of them who were at the Kano State High Court to observe the arraignment of embattled national chairman of Nigeria's ruling party say the NNPP leader has lofty ambitions of defecting to the ruling APC in a bid to become its national chairman. Now, joining us to discuss the ever-revolving sliding doors of the APC's national chairman are Bala Ibrahim, Director Publicity APC, and Ladipo Johnson, is the National Publicity Secretary, New Nigeria People's Party. Gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for joining us. And again, apologies for to have kept you waiting for this long. Well, let's get started on the conversation today.
Now, first, let me ask both gentlemen here today. What are the positions of your parties individually on the status of Abdullahi Ganduje as the national chairman of the APC? Let's start with you, Mr. Johnson.
Well, good morning. Thanks for having us. As far as the NNPP is concerned, the matter is an internal matter of the APC. Hopefully they get their house in order as soon as possible. We have nothing to do with it. Yes, in your intro you spoke about some people saying that Rabiu Kwankwaso is responsible for the travels of Abdullahi Ganduje. That is not so. We have no way of influencing what would have happened or what happened within the APC regarding Ganduje. Kwankwaso is not behind it. The NNPP have nothing to do with it. And I dare say some people have also said that some elements in the presidency, that is part of the APC, are not too enamored with Ganduje continuing as the national chairman of the APC. So as I said earlier, as far as we're concerned, it has to do with the internal affairs of the APC, and I'm sure my brother Bala will shed more light on the events.
Yeah, thank you very much. I would have really loved to get Mr. Bala's opinion, but we're still having issues with your audio. So while we're getting that fixed, let's move on. Well, let's continue with you, Mr. Johnson.
Yes. On the allegations, sir, on the allegations that Rabiu Kwankwaso, that he's trying, the NNPP leader has lofty ambitions of defecting to the ruling APC in a bid to become its national chairman. Is there any smoke without fire in this situation? Are these allegations true?
Oh, we seem to be having issues with Mr. Johnson as well. Well, it's a very interesting situation here regarding the smoke without fire, like you put it.
Right.
Because it's very interesting because these people who have been talking about Kwankwaso's ambitions for the APC, the Nigerian context, anybody can move from one party to the other. It's quite easy.
Yeah.
So if you have any ambitions inside of another party, it's kind of like, well, hey, I'll wait my turn. Let me put a little bit here and then see how it goes. We have Mr. Ladipo back with us now. Mr. Ladipo Johnson, welcome back. We were asking you a question. Judith was asking you a very interesting question.
Yes, I heard the question.
Okay,
I'm so sorry. My connection is very unstable
Okay.
all of a sudden. I dare not mention who the carrier.
Culprits.
But the thing there is that you say there's no smoke without fire. But I tell you, Nigerian politics, as you can see, there are so many imaginative script writers, I should call them. There is nothing of the such. We are concentrating. Rabiu Kwankwaso is concentrating on broadening the base of the NNPP. We have a lot of work to do. And you know that we have our own issues. They're not major issues like the APC or PDP have, or Labour for that matter. We have people who have been expelled but are shouting from the rooftop that they are still there, they own the party. They've gone to about 5 courts and all the courts have thrown them out so far. So they're still in court, but we are confident that we'll be allowed to continue to build the party, to get it ready for the Nigerian people before 2027.
Okay.
So at the moment, because you know these things are recorded and are down there, at the moment I can tell you that at the moment Rabiu Kwankwaso has no aspirations to move to the APC or neither to become their national chairman.
Okay,
we
well,
have no reason.
So, Mr. Johnson,
there is no love lost.
You say
love lost between Ganduje and ourselves. But we have no reason to, he will do himself in. We have nothing to do with it.
Okay, so let's talk about the status of Mr. Ganduje himself, Ganduje himself. What is the interest of the NNPP in Ganduje's status in the party?
No, you see, the bottom line is this. We do not have an interest in anything that happens to Ganduje. The bottom line is we have the NNPP. We're very strong in Kano. Kano is our base. Now, the APC, when I say the APC, now I'm talking about Mr. President, has put in Kano, he has his national chairman. In Kano, he has the deputy Senate president. In Kano, I believe they have a minister or 2 ministers. So that shows you that Kano is, you understand, is in play. Well, not in play. We believe we have it tied up and locked up. But Kano is under siege, as it were, from the APC. I don't think the PDP are doing much there, but definitely from the APC. Because, of course, we all know that if you win Kano, a strong part of Kano, you are almost halfway to becoming president of the country or winning the national elections. So Kano is so important. And that is why, as I said, a lot of people don't realize the forces APC have lined up against us in Kano. But we've taken it. We're delivering services to the people. And we believe that that will be enough to increase our share of the votes in Kano and elsewhere. So as for Ganduje, we wish him luck. As I said, there's no love lost. We, politically speaking, not personally speaking, politically speaking, that we see him as someone who was treacherous to Rabiu Kwankwaso. We see him as someone who, in fact, I can make bold to say that with all the baggage, I don't know which party would have used him as a national chairman. So that is also a baggage on the APC. But we're not here to cast aspersions. I will not do that. He's a national figure. He's the national chairman of a party or suspended national chairman, whichever way you look at it.
Unfortunately, Mr. Bala Ibrahim, who is the director of Publicity APC, we've lost him there. He would have given a bit of more response on that. Unfortunately, we've lost him because his audio, we couldn't fix his audio, so we've lost him. But we'll try to get him on to try to give a right of reply to the comments you just made. But let me ask you about the court orders, because you spoke a bit earlier in your response to Mazino, and let's talk about the court orders. Would you describe it, or would you use the adjective conflicting to describe the court orders that have been as back and forth, this and that, and now I understand that the APC is in court for a hearing to now solidify the chairman or the national chairman as chairman of APC?
Well, it was, I remember yesterday I sat down with a legal practitioner, fellow colleague, and at the NNPP headquarters. And we laughed about the fact that after the High Court injunction, ex parte injunction, asking him not to parade himself, all of a sudden they went to a federal high court, bringing a fundamental rights action to say that his fundamental rights had been breached and what have you, and they said that he should continue in the interim as the chairman of the party. Well, in actual fact, in practical terms, the two orders from two different courts, all being courts of coordinate jurisdiction, the Federal High Court and the State High Court, are at the same level. In practical terms, yes, they seem to be conflicting. But as you say, maybe they're doing other things. It will be sorted out. I'm sure that in the next week, it will be sorted out. But the bottom line is that politically speaking, whether the ex parte injunction by those from his ward, purportedly, whether it will survive the test of time or not, the fact remains that it has shown that the base of the APC at that Dawakin Tofa ward is not solid. They're not really happy about their national chairman. And others will begin to shine a torch and look at the value he's bringing to the table. If he wasn't able to deliver his state, etc., etc. These are things we consider in politics. Then you begin to look at whether he should remain on the seat as national chairman. As I say, I'm not a member of the APC.
Okay.
But
yeah. we get that. We get that.
You look at someone with that much baggage and you wonder.
So, Mr. Johnson, I actually wish that we had Mr. Bala here because I wanted to ask him certain questions regarding the identity of the people who, first of all, put together that initial, regarding Ganduje. The party, that's the APC, seems to be having problems identifying who these people are. Certain people are also saying perhaps they are not even party members of the APC, absolutely. Now, this reaching the NNPP's ears, how do you guys view this instance of non-identification of APC members? What are you guys saying, or how are you guys taking that information in your party?
Well, how do you take, if you play for Chelsea and you're meeting with Liverpool next week or in 2027, and you know that their coach is leaving and the players are suspending each other and the house, how would you feel? It's the opposition. You look at them, you laugh, and, well, you hope that things go well later, but do you really hope they're going to go well? The bottom line is that it has, as I said earlier, it has nothing to do with it, but it shows the fact they're not properly organized. Or at least that they are not...
in no way could any of these individuals have been infused into the party to make this instance happen. Now, you said it has nothing to do with you guys.
I doubt it. Look, would you have so much confidence if you're a member of PDP or NNPP or non-aligned at all, just to go hold a press conference and then take it the next step, go to court, to get swear an affidavit, to get an injunction against someone purporting to be your national chairman, if you were not a member of the party? They know that anyone that does that, the law will catch up with them and deal with them. So I doubt if that happened. But I cannot say for certain. I don't even know the name of the person who got the injunction or the names of the persons who filed the matter or got the injunction.
I also noticed that you keep referring to him as the suspended national chairman. I don't know why, but is there a reason why you keep referring to him as the suspended national chairman, even while the court has said that any suspensions
because what I heard, oh, you're being mischievous. What I heard first was the fact that there was an injunction.
Yes.
Suspending him.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Now, I didn't hear from that particular court that the injunction had been set aside. They could have gone back to that court, that very high court. You'd have gone back there, filed a motion, an affidavit of urgency, and a motion to strike it out. You strike it out, that the people who brought the suit are not members of the ward. They are not the executives of the ward. They had no locus and had no locus to suspend him. And I don't know the APC constitution. A lot of parties have stopped after the Adams Oshomole incident. They've amended their constitutions so that the ward level or what have you cannot suspend a national officer or cannot remove him. So, but I don't know the situation. So that's why I say that there was an ex parte order. That's what I heard. And then I expected that as with proper legal whatever, you would have gone to the same court to say, my lord, you reached this judgment per incuriam without proper facts being in front of you. Strike this matter out. These people are mischievous. They're this, they're that, they're that. That is what any lawyer would have expected. But then they did some forum shopping, ran to the federal high court instead of the state high court that was seized of the matter. And then got fundamental rights. I don't know which fundamental right was breached, but I'm not the lawyer for the people or whatever.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ibrahim Johnson. We appreciate your presence. Unfortunately, or rather, Ladipo Johnson.
No, it's Ladipo Johnson.
Unfortunately, we lost Mr. Bala there. Yeah. But thank you very much for joining us.
He had his wires crossed there. But many thanks to you, sir, for coming on and just, doing a bit of justice to our questions. We're hoping for a more robust and rounded conversation with the Director of Publicity for APC. But we will give him, we're offering him a right of reply to come on. And we'll also be following this story to see how it unfolds in the coming days. But many thanks to you again, once again, for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.